What's going on, guys? This is Life of E.L.T here, and today's story is about one of the first times I've gotten caught by my grandmother. This is crazy, so please leave a like if you enjoyed this, and let's just start this. This story takes place 1 year ago. It was mid to late January of 2021, and it was specifically a Sunday, and on this certain day I was so bored, so I decided to talk to my girlfriend, who is actually my ex now, I don't talk to her anymore, named Layla, and she was very fun to talk to, and me and her have been talking on and off for a year and a half. And on the 18th month of our relationship, I began to notice that she was a little bit of a control freak. She would freak out over the littlest things. And plus, she had some temper issues. Whenever my grandmother would come in my room while I'm talking to her, Layla would freak out and wonder if my grandmother was going to say something or threaten to hang up the phone or she'll take it away from me. And my grandmother actually said something like that, and I'll get to that in a second. But on a certain day, I was bored. Like I said, I was just watching YouTube videos and actually talking to Layla at this point, and I was on the phone for her for literally 2 straight hours, and she didn't feel good, guys. She was very sick with a running nose, and she was very worried and wanted someone to talk to. So I basically talked to her for an hour, and me and her would just talk about random stuff. She would constantly bring up drama that she had in the past where her parents would basically take her phone away because she attacked them because she has anger issues. And Layla actually got mad that her parents took her phone. So that's why she attacked her mother, which attacking random people is not even good at all. And I wouldn't recommend doing it. But she was just pissed. She didn't know what to do. And after talking to her, my grandmother actually comes in my room. I was almost done with the conversation. Asked me if I was on the phone and asked me how long I was going to be there on the phone. And she left. And I just told my grandmother the truth that I was still on the phone. So she just left out my room and just left me alone. And I just let Layla finish whatever story that she was telling me. And then I told her that I had to go and I'll talk to her later. And I hung up. And after I hung up, I was heading downstairs to get a snack or something. And then my grandmother walks up behind me and said that she doesn't like me talking on the phone for hours on end and that I have homework to do and she doesn't see any improvement. She will take my phone away. Which made me very angry because if she took my phone away, I wouldn't be able to talk to my girlfriend or ex-girlfriend ever again, and I wouldn't also be able to watch YouTube videos because my favorite YouTuber at the time was Rated23, RATED 23, and I decided to just push her, which I know that is a stupid thing to do, and I'm glad I learned from that and I won't do that ever again. But I was just so mad, and she was actually walking out the door because she was going to the store, but she came back. It was time for dinner, and after dinner and the completion of my homework, I decided to go upstairs and call Layla up because I had to tell her this whole entire story. And she answered the phone, and I basically explained this whole thing about how my grandmother walked in my room while we were talking, and she threatened to take my phone away if I don't do my homework, which Layla did not like that. She basically called my grandmother a butthole and basically saying that she hates my grandmother, which is not a nice thing to say to someone, and I don't say stuff about her parents, so it didn't make any sense to me. And basically, after talking on the phone for a whole hour, it was just pretty much nonsense. We weren't really talking about much because she was just saying that I should move out of my parents' house immediately and find my own place or move in with my mom, which I didn't want to do that because my mom was actually dating someone named William who I met in the past and do not trust because he's threatening me. And plus, he's a drug addict, so that's why. And after that, I pretty much hung up and went to sleep after that. But my grandmother actually got a phone call from Layla, and my grandmother answered the phone, and Layla was just asking her questions like, why do I take so long to do my homework? And my grandmother just said I have a lot of work to do, and I don't even do it in time because I'm just talking to Layla all the time. And after that, my grandmother hung up, and I actually walked in her room to see what she was talking about. And I even asked her if she was mad at me, and she's like, no, I'm not mad at you. I just don't like the fact that this girl would say that she hates me, and you shouldn't even let anyone talk about your grandmother like that. That's not nice, and it's just inappropriate. And after that conversation, Layla actually hit me up and asked me if me and her were gonna have to break up, and I said no. So that didn't happen. I continued to talk to her, but then a few weeks later, something else happened, and that's gonna be part two of this story time. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to his YouTube channel. I really love you guys. God bless you.